Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme, and as you can see, we're continuing here in LOUGHBRICKLAND, and we're actually in the grounds of the Church of Ireland here, Achadurg Parish Church, St Mellons, and that's in LOUGHBRICKLAND. And big history here with this church. You're looking at an old church here, you mightn't think it, but you certainly are. So I'll give you a wee bit of commentary as we go along, and I'll show you a few old graves as well. Now, it was Sir Marmaduke Whitechurch who actually set out LOUGHBRICKLAND as a plantation town, and he was the son of a London solicitor, and he came to Ireland from Staffordshire to clothe the army for his services in 1585. Queen Elizabeth I gave him lands here in LOUGHBRICKLAND on which to build a castle, and he built the castle down by the lake, and that was to protect the pass. And in 1598 he fought with Bagnall's defeated army at the Battle of Yellow Ford, where Bagnall himself was killed. And there's a crypt there, as you can see, with the chain. So big history here. Now, after the building of the castle, he built a church using stones from the former monastery, and its present site. And he first made LOUGHBRICKLAND a town, as I say, by encouraging Protestants to settle here as a plantation town. But he actually he built the church, the original church, here on this site, the present site. You can see a tree there trying to grow out of that rock. Now, Sir Marmaduke Whitechurch was knighted in 1628, and he died in 1634, and he was buried in the old church. The church, of course, and many of the houses, however, were burnt and destroyed during the 1641 rebellion. Now, the castle by the lake, it was destroyed by Cromwell's army, and it remained in ruins until 1812, and of course it's no longer there now. The ruins are completely gone. So the church was rebuilt in 1688, and it's actually this part here that was rebuilt. So it was the main body of the church here. So this dates, people, from 1688. Quite incredible, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. So the tower and the steeple, they were actually added in 1823. So not as old as the main body here. 1688 this was built, but still old enough. 1823. Now, before we go any further, there's a more modern grave that I want to show you here of a minister. And it's this one here. This was Canon Fraser. So it says, in loving memory of the Reverend Canon William J.T. Fraser, M.A., rector of this parish for 27 years, quite a long time, died 14th of July 1977. I was 7-year-old. And his wife, Jean, died 20th of January 1998. Now, Mary Purcell was a descendant of Whitechurch, and she married John White, who was descended from the White family who came to Ireland from Wales with Strongbow in 1170, and they settled in Leinster. So Mary inherited extensive lands at LOUGHBRICKLAND from her mother, Marmaduke being Mary's grandfather. So whenever John White and Mary fell in love and married, they built LOUGHBRICKLAND House and made it their main residence, although there is another source that would date the house to his grandson later on, who built it. So whether they built it or whether the grandson built it, it's still here today. Now, John White gave the site for the building of the present Roman Catholic Church in 1814, as well as a large donation, and that's the Roman Catholic Church there, as you can see. So it was actually John White who gave the site and also a large donation. And the church was completed then and dedicated in 1832. But the building of the Roman Catholic Church commenced in 1814. Now, the White family still own LOUGHBRICKLAND House and the estate. But what I'm going to show you now is some old graves. And you can see a door there that has been bricked up. And there's also a wee bit of information there. I don't know if you'll be able to read that or not. I think I see 1823, the date on it, of when the tower was and the steeple were added. So this is the first grave I want to show you here. So this is the grave of John Dixon. And John was born in 1665 and he died on the 27th of February 1703, as you can see from the inscription. So quite an old grave here. And he was 38 when he died. Now, the inscription, which is very hard to decipher because it's old writing, some of it, but it says, "Here, underneath this stone, lieth the body of John Dixon, who departed this life the 27th day of February in the year," it's OVR, as you can see. So R is a V. In the year of our redemption, it says 1703, and he was aged 38 years. So quite an old grave there, no doubt about it. So the next grave I want to show you is the Waddell grave, and it's very hard to make out. I haven't been able to make out a big lot of information concerning it. I didn't realise that this church was as old as 1688, and of course it replaced an even earlier church. So this is the Waddell grave. You can see it's broke. Very hard to make out. Here left the body of William, I think it is. William Waddell, who departed this life December 1740. So you can make that out. And then this part here. Here left the body of Margaret Waddell. She was a child. No, she was a child who died. I think she was a child, if I can make that out rightly. I know it's Waddell. Yeah, I think that one was a child. 22nd day of February maybe, but you can see there it's 17. Oh, I've dropped my stick. But as you can see there, it's 1738, I think that is. So I think actually that bottom one is a child. So there you go. And so that was Margaret Waddell, yeah, a child, and she departed this life 22nd of January 1738, according to my notes here. So it was a child, Margaret. And then this is an old one here too. So it is an old plot. It says this is the place of, I can't make that out, but it's off James, I think. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not James. Somebody Joseph John Nesbitt of Endell, that looks like, and their ancestors. And you can see that from the year 1600. So that's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's just been the site of their burial from the 1600s. And I think that says in memoriam, or in memory in other words. See if I can decipher this one. Janes, I think that is. No, I think it's James. I was right the first time, it's a name. It's James, James. So it's James Joseph Nesbitt and his ancestors, and they've been buried here from the year 1600. So an old grave there as well. Fantastic. So I'll take you back round the front. And of course, the mansion that John White and Mary Purcell built is actually still there today, as I say. So I hope to do a wee video there at some stage. It's starting to get dark now, so it won't be this evening. There's an old one there, but I couldn't make the date out on it. I reckon it's probably the 18th century, 1700s. But unfortunately I couldn't make the date out. And normally when you get the writing like that, and that cherub, they're normally from the 1800s, or the 18th century, 1700s. That's the old Methodist building that I showed you in the other video. It's now the Texaco garage and the Spar shop. Then up on the hill there is the Reformed Presbyterian, or what used to be called the Covenanters. And you can see the spire there of the chapel as well. So quite amazing. Bit of history here, folks. So thanks for watching, and God bless.